Reading settings. When you install WordPress for the first time, default front page displays your latest posts. Or you can select a static page that you could have easily created to show up on the front page. My blog actually uses a static page to show up on the front page, as well as a static page to show my blog lists. But let's select this option, which if you haven't tweaked reading settings, when you install it, this is what WordPress is going to use. So now let's refresh my front page to see what happens when we do that. Simply, if I've published some posts, that's what's going to show up on the front page. But once again, I could easily set static pages to be used on the front page or for my blog lists page. I tend to select this option, but it is rather personal preference. So therefore, if I now refresh my front page, it should be using my static page that I've created for that. And blog pages show at most, you can easily make that perhaps your latest 7 posts to show up, or 10, or 3 or 5, totally up to you. Syndication feeds show the most recent, let's say 10 items. Let's save changes. I'm not going to cover syndication feeds here, but you can surely visit the WordPress help sections to learn more about the way WordPress works with XML syndication formats, atom feeds, normal XML feeds, RSS feeds, and so on. Basically, because it's a blogging platform, when you create new content, you want your followers or subscribers to be notified of that. And syndication feeds allow you to do that. Send notifications to syndication feeds that understand XML format so that everyone's notified of your new updates, including search engines, which are very important for growth of most WordPress built sites. For each article in a feed, show full text if you want, or just a summary, as in an excerpt. And whatever you do, if you want major search engines like Google and Bing to access your site, to index it, and to rank it in its result set, then you do not want to have search engine visibility, the checkbox here, to be checked. So therefore make sure it is empty. So then search engines can index your website. Because if you were to have this checked, then basically you're telling search engines not to index your website, as in access your website. I tend to have my settings like this, but as I've said, it's totally up to your WordPress setup to have different settings here. And that is reading settings.